So guys, I hope you find it very helpful. And all my life, I have been a planner in search of maximum productivity to be at the top of everything. Like be successful like crazy. That was my goal. And then when I was at the 9th grade, then just a 14-year-old girl, I would start planning 1 month to the final exam, and then my revision plan would begin. So how was that? You do, for example, on Sunday, you study 10 pages of biology, and then the next day on Sunday, you revise the 10 pages you read, and then the other 10 pages, the new pages you study. So it will become 20. The third day on Monday, you read all those 20 pages that you studied 2 days before, and then you now go to the another 10 pages. And then once biology ended, then I went to Pashto, but every time I was going through every unit of biology, and then going to another 10 pages of Pashto, and then another unit, 10 pages of Pashto, and then the new 10 pages, other 10 pages. That worked. I got full marks, 100%. But you know what? Now you're thinking I'm a genius, huh? But could I continue doing that plan for when I became a 10th grade student, 11th grade student, 12th grade student, went to university, went to work? The answer is no. I'm just another human. Now, I want to tell you why it didn't work. Why that plan didn't work. Why I wasn't super genius again. When we are 14-year-old girl students, do we care about who washes our clothes? Do we care who cook for us? Do we care like who is taking care of us? We don't. Other people take care of us. But when we grow up, for example, you have full-time work, and then you have a master degree to pursue, and then you always have to take care of yourself as well. Your responsibilities triple. Even you can multiply it to 4. That's all you. Then I burned out because I used the same plan that, okay, productivity first, do your lessons, do your work, and then nothing else. And nothing else. Just focus on your skill. Maybe that skill you're doing on Coursera, or maybe that work you have at office. You just do that, and then you're good to go. You're gonna be a very successful person, because successful person are meant to work 24/7, every week, every other day of the week, and every day. But then, as I said, we grow up, we fall in love, we have emotions, we grow out of love, we have heartbreaks, then we get disappointed, then a lot of grown-up stuff happened. And then let's do this experiment. Keep everything I said in mind. For the first time, psychologist did this. Julie was met. And then she just do something. She uses everyday example. Thank you very much. She uses everyday example just to explain what psychologically happens to us. Now, she did one thing. I love you, Nergis. No, only one, please. Yeah. So this is our adult life. This cup. And then on the top of being productive, I'm just copying what she said, what she did, okay? All credit goes to Julie Smith. And on the top of doing our skills, taking a skill, we are embarrassed. We are doing other things, like we have work. We go to work. We do everything. But then we come home, and then we don't have, our brother breaks our heart. Happens a lot, right? Add another chunk of water. And then someone passes away, someone's sister passes away, and then that adds up to the cook. But we are still being productive. We are still doing our skills, doing every day. We have to be successful. Then something else happens. We are disappointed. Maybe we failed. We didn't get that opportunity we applied for. And then this adds up to the glass. Because this is our life. But we are still being productive. Because we have to be disciplined, right? That's how successful people work. You have to do everything regardless of how you feel, that I oppose every single time. And then, this is your cup of life. It fills with all the negative emotions, and then it overflows. Once this cup overflows, then can you stay productive? Wouldn't you be a rebel then to still be successful, be at the top of everything, while your relationships have been ruined? You have lost your friend just because you want to be successful. You couldn't give time to your family, to your friends. You lost them along the way. You are a very greatly lonely person, but successful person. Great, loneliest, successful person of all. So now, what you're left with? I have to clean this up. This is your productivity, your skills you worked on. You're left with an empty plate. So, I started to plan differently next. How? I knew that discipline is not working for us, especially as women. We are emotional beings. I went through books, productivity books, and then vlogs of Oxford students, Cambridge students, and then Harvard students. They were doing what? How they were planning their life, why they can be successful. Like Unjaded Jade, Jay Bowler, formal name, Ali Abdul, Thomas Frank, and all the others I could find. All these students in productivity books, of course. Jade has a book that is the only study guide you will ever find. And then Feel Good Productivity, of course, from Ali Abdul. And then James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. And then you have 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You have Eat That Frog. You have The 4 Agreement. All these self-help and productivity books, which half of them I just bought. I didn't read because I didn't know how to plan my day. It wasn't working. So what happened? I read everything, and then I also did one more thing. Went through every study technique. And then it was like use spaced repetition, active recall, kernel note taking, and then retrieval practice. You have to do stimulation practice. You have to teach others. All these study techniques. Whenever I would find them, I would just go over them. I need this because I want to be successful. Then I just saw this experiment by Joey Smith. And I was like, no, this is not how it works. We come to the end. So, we plan like a human. Fast. Always, in your plans, have a space to reset mentally. Connect with nature. Or journal. When you're having a down moment, just take a space take time with yourself and just know yourself. Write about it. And then you reset mentally, you reset emotionally. You connect emotionally, affection-wise. You connect with your family. You must connect with your friends because human connection is something we always crave for. We cannot, can we ever stay alive and be a fully functioning person without love? We need love. From families, from friends, from followers, anything. And then we sit mentally, we sit emotionally, self-care and physical care. never be someone like me is standing on this stage, but still having stomach issues, hormone imbalance, and a lot of other stuff that just got solved because I started taking care of myself. So always self-care, care for your hair, care for your skin, care for your physical health. Always have time for that. Okay. Reset mentally, reset emotionally, and self-care. Always give it time. Then let the creativity flow. We also have an entertaining and creative side to us. You have to keep it alive. Do a hobby. Find your hobby. A lot of us do not know what our hobbies are, what we enjoy doing. Because the moment we grow up, from the moment we grow up, our family said, you have to study. You have to be a doctor, an engineer, or anything. But you have to be study, you be someone big. But what about hobbies? They fuel you. This is my hobby. Events are my hobby. If I'm not in events, I'm depressed. Events. And then, also, sports, football. I love this, football. And then, so reset mentally, reset emotionally, self-care and physical side. And then let the creativity flow. And the last one, be flexible with life. As much as you care for the productive side of your life, always, when you plan, like I must get up at 5. I must pray, I must have breakfast, I must just directly go and study for 2 to 3 hours. And then after that, I need to read a book, I need to work on my skills. And then I have to do this for another month, another 6 months. Because I want to be successful. I want to go vanish somewhere, just go disappear. And then come back as a very successful people, just to revenge on the people who embarrassed me. Well, but you know what? You have to let yourself to go with life. Someday you're not okay, you give yourself time. Someday you're just having a maimon, a friend just coming by. You have an exam, you have to stay in your room, but then it's your calm, and then they will think that you are not respecting them. So yes, you have to be flexible. You have and one last advice I want to give you: always plan things ahead. Do smaller stuff. Leave room for everything that you require as a human, and that's a very human approach to it. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Elon Musk has a terrible personal life. I don't want you guys to have that, be incredibly rich, but be incredibly lonely inside and very empty inside. So, guys, wish you best of luck.